Bryce, important issues first. The hair's coming off. Tell us about that.
It is. I thought it was time to get rid of it. Been about 3 years now, so I'd sort of thought about it even before coming across, trimming it this year, and then walked in the door, and then Pikey got a hold of me and said he wouldn't mind me cutting it. So a bit of tongue-in-cheek early days, and that sort of banter progressed over the pre-season, and yeah, here I am. So 2-week campaign at the moment. Hopefully raise a lot of dollars for a couple of great foundations in the Crows Children's Foundation and Dementia Australia. We're going to have a bit of fun with it over the next week, and yeah, encourage everyone to dip in and help out.
You're going to rattle the can with a few of your teammates and auction off first clip?
I think Pikey's put his hand up to get the ponytail straight off, which will be good fun.
Hit him up for a bit of cash too.
I've already he's got deep pockets now after his new contract, so I'll be definitely hitting him up for a few dollars.
Emotional? Seeing it go?
Yeah. Oh look, it's one of those things. I've had a crack of growing it a couple of times and failed miserably. So the day I actually pushed through that hard bit and actually got it into a bun was a great day for me. So it will be sad to chop it off after 3 years, but yeah, new part of my life and new look.
Speaking of new looks, what was it like having Big Sauce just knock a few down your throat on the weekend?
Yeah, it was nice. Rekindled a great friendship out on the track on the weekend. It was quite funny actually. The first bounce, he gave me the nod and said, "If I can get it to you, I'll get it to you this one." And funny enough, it played out that way. So I had a few text messages when I got off the ground from a few mates back home, and they enjoyed that. So yeah, hopefully I can get a few more off him during the year.
Someone said it was pretty important for you to build chemistry with a few blokes. Do you feel like that's as important as sort of learning another thing you said was like the language and the structures and all that sort of stuff? Where do you rank the chemistry between your new teammates and sort of learning the process as well?
I think it's all important. The chemistry is huge for me. Obviously, I want to be able to get to a level where I know my teammates back to front, inside out, so that in the heat of the moment, you know what we're going to do and we're all on the same page, and it can just flow. So these games are super important to get that. We've obviously been playing against each other essentially in match practice and at training, so to play purely with my teammates against quality opposition has been it's been great.
Yeah. Bryce, you've thrown on the media polos and training tops for the last few months, but pulling on the actual Guernsey for the first time, same sort of as usual for you, or is there a different feeling inside?
Nah, look, I won't lie, it is a little bit weird, still in a little bit different colours. There's still a little bit of navy blue on there, so it's not all completely foreign, but oh look, doesn't matter what colours I'm wearing, I'm a Crow now, and yeah, it's very exciting.
And Bryce, what about, you had such a good game first up, has it changed or just, I guess, reinforced where you want to be for 2018 and what you want to get out of your year personally and as a team?
Oh yeah, I was very happy with the way it started, and I've attacked this pre-season like I've attacked my last 12 pre-seasons, and that's working hard and getting through unscathed, and that's what I've done. A little bit trickier this pre-season in terms of learning some guys' names, first walking in the door, and then a new game plan and new environment. But for me, in my 12th pre-season, it's been really refreshing and something I've really enjoyed. So I said leading into this game on the weekend that it was probably the most excited I've been heading into a pre-season game for about 10 years. So I think that just says something in itself.
And physically, are you as good as you've ever been, do you think?
Oh look, everyone this year is as fit as they've ever been. They're running PBs and everyone's flying, so I'll join that camp and say I'm as fit as I've ever been.
Given the midfield looked pretty good yesterday, how's it going to go when you throw like the likes of Brad Crouch and Roy Sloane, Richard Douglas in that mix, who are all proven performers?
Look, that excites me. I was excited enough just seeing what I had on the weekend, working with those guys in there. Obviously, Matty's come off a great year, and I've watched him from afar and been really impressed what he's done in such a short time in his career, and was great to wax with him a little bit in there. Even Cam Ellis-Yeoman and Curtly Hampton, who I didn't know a whole lot about leading in, they've certainly impressed me over the summer, and to work with those two on the weekend was great. And then yeah, we've obviously got some big names, as you said there, to come back, and I've enjoyed training with them, and looking more so playing with him over the next couple of weeks.
What's the biggest difference you've had from like playing against Matt Crouch to actually being a teammate of his and seeing what he does, you know, firsthand?
Look, he probably... There's a lot of similarities I see in Matt as I do Paddy Cripps. The way he sort of progressed over his early years in his career, inside mid, gets a lot of the ball, hard ball, like bull sort of player, and even his professionalism around the club, the way he trains, the way he goes about, the way he takes his career, and you know, for such a young guy to do what he's doing is unbelievable. It just reminds me of Paddy Cripps.
It's only one game, Bryce, but was there a player yesterday, or was there been someone over the pre-season that you thought, gee, I can't wait to play with you, you've been awesome to work with, and surprised at how good they've been? Well,
we've just spoken about him, Matty Crouch. I reckon I said halfway through the second quarter when I was on the bench, I turned to Pikey and said, geez, Matty Crouch can find the ball. I already knew he could do that, but from sitting here and playing with him and watching him, he's impressive, and yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to playing a lot of games with him.
What do you make of Ellis Yeoman on Fife? Because Fife is enormous, and standing next to him, Ellis Yeoman was equally as big. It was a pretty good duel.
They're monsters, aren't they? I reckon Fife's put on a couple of kilos since last year, and Cam himself, he doesn't look that big on TV or anything, but standing next to him, he is a unit. It's good to see those battles, two bulls going head to head. So yeah, hopefully Cam can keep progressing like he has this pre-season and stay fit and healthy.
Last couple of guys. What's your plan from here on out? Are you playing the internal and JLT too, and hope to just every week from now on, or do you have anything different going on?
No, I'm happy to keep playing. As it's already been said, minutes with the team's valuable for me, so I'll keep doing that. I might play a couple of less minutes in the pracky match, and then have again full hit out the week after. But yeah, I'm feeling fit and healthy, so I'll just keep playing.
Early days, Bryce, but are you feeling the mental benefits of being home and that reflecting in your footy?
Yeah, certainly. I've already said it before, even having a new environment, even working out in little things like a new gym over the pre-season. It's little things like that which you don't really think of, but I think it's really refreshing to me, and I've certainly enjoyed this pre-season immensely.
Is the plan still to roll across half-back? You didn't really play a lot in the back line yesterday. Is still planning to do a bit of that in the next couple of games?
Oh, look, I would have thought so at some stage during the year. I'll probably spend most of my time in the midfield, but yeah, you'll probably see me out on the wing, half-back, even half-forward at times. It's just lucky to be able to play those multiple roles, and that's probably what I'll do, but more so in the midfield.
Probably touch on last one, guys. As well. It's probably going over old ground, but was it just a bit of sheer relief when you got told the deal would be done? And now have you looked back at that, having played your first game, and gone, gee, it's a bit of a whirlwind sort of couple of months?
Yeah, look, a little bit of relief, but more excitement. Obviously, the 12 months earlier, disappointment, and we all know what happened there, and we all moved on pretty quick. So yeah, to have another crack at it and for it to happen, it was more excitement more than anything. To be able to come home, be around family and friends, and to come to a great footy club who are doing some pretty exciting things at the moment. It's really exciting.